Hi there, welcome back to stuff that I bought on my Breyerfest trip. I wanted to first let you guys know there is still good stuff out there. Mom and I take 2 weeks driving back, shopping all the way out, all the way back, and we find a ton of good stuff. You just got to get out there and shop for it. So here's some of the things that I bought at antique stores on my way to and from Breyerfest. First, I ran into, I think this was at a flea market in like Colorado, I ran into a whole mess of the old G1 stablemates, the original stablemate molds. Really nice so far, right? And then, yes, a stablemate quarter horse mare. This is a very difficult mold to come by, so she was a great find. I don't think any of them, they all have the belly markings. Some of the original stablemates will be marked made in Mexico. Sometimes they don't get their belly markings, but these are all marked. Breyer Molding Company. I think they were $1 or $2 a piece, so keep looking. They're out there. Not every dealer overprices stuff. Then, oh, this was cool. This might be English. It's just a really nice steeplechase racer glass. The horse is going over a brush jump, which we don't do here in the U.S. very much, but I always pick up horse glasses whenever I find them because they're pretty difficult to come by. So then I found this pair of classic Arabian foals, and I immediately picked them up. Why? This is the regular chestnut classic Arabian foal. This is the regular Palomino family Arabian foal, however in chalky. This is base coat chalky, very poor condition, lots of rubs. The finish on them was very fragile, but you don't find the chalkies in the family Arabian foals quite often, so I was very pleased to find. And you can see when they're next to each other, it's pretty stark, the difference in the base coat white. Oh, this, I found one of the original stablemates, G1 stablemates on the original black card. This is the original card that they came on. Marked on the back, Breyer Molding Company, 222 North Maplewood Avenue, Chicago, Illinois. So to go with my bighorn ram that I found from Durant from Chicago, Illinois, here we have the original G1 stablemate. They've cut off kind of the top where it had a little hanger, but still really nice condition for something of that age. This is just a really nice made in Japan China horse. You don't see them in this color very often. It's kind of a stone-wary kind of color. He still has his Paper Japan label on his belly with 7975, his mold number. I have a small collection of made in Japan horses, so he was attractive, so I picked him up. This is just a fun little piece of ephemera, or it's a souvenir from Montreal, Canada. It hangs on the wall, and it's got 2 little hooks for you to hang stuff from, so I can put that in my horse room and hang stuff from it. These guys are sculpted by, oh my gosh, the guy that made the Breyer modernistic buck and doe, Don Manning, thank you very much. This is a little Afghan hound figurine. This is a little Afghan hound pin that you would wear. He did a whole bunch of these animals. They're very fun, very art deco, so I always pick up Don Manning stuff whenever I can because they're very cool, very decorator-y. Then I found this is, I believe, a Hagen Renaker Jersey bull. This was amongst a whole bunch of cheap $1, $2 plastic Schleich animals. This is very rare. He was only produced for about 1 year in the 50s. He is the black with kind of brown over his top. He's got eye whites. He's got little horn detail. He's in mint condition. Very, very, very rare piece. So he's one of the rarest things that I found on my trip. What's this? Oh, this was fun. This is just another kind of piece of horse stuff. This is a plastic, little tinny plastic box with a horse jumping over a fence, so like Hunter Jumper with his rider. 3-dimensional, really cool, just a really nice piece of decorative art. And this, oh, this was fun. This is the Breyer Scratching Foal with his original large blue ribbon sticker. There was 2 sizes of blue ribbon stickers, small and large. It's not in the best of condition, but it's almost entirely there, which is nice. And you can still read it, the 169 Scratching Fold by Breyer Molding Company. So you don't see a lot of these blue ribbon stickers. They came off, or the kids would take them off when they played with them. So it's hard to find stuff with blue ribbon stickers, but they're still out there. This is Windstone by Melody Pena. She did a series. She's most well known for her unicorns and Pegasus and dragons. She did a series of animals hatching from their shells. So this is a desert tortoise hatching from his shell. He's marked on the bottom on his felt Windstone Editions, North Hollywood, California. I think she's moved to Oregon. But it's also marked Pena 1987. Those are very collectible, very hard to come by. This was awesome. This is by Sasha Brastoff. Usually you find stuff by this designer in pottery. This is enamel on metal. Very cool with the jewel tones. It is an ashtray. Almost all the stuff you find by this designer is an ashtray. I love Sasha Brastoff stuff, so I have lots of ashtrays. I didn't notice it earlier, but it is marked Sasha B. So that was really cool. I don't have anything in this metalware, so that was cool for me. This is by Abraham, I don't know how to pronounce it, Palatnick. He did a series of animals in this lucite. Don't look for them under plastic, you won't find them. Lucite. This is a giraffe. No markings on them whatsoever, but very, very, very collectible. So if you find this kind of lucite, look it up, because it could be by a good designer and be popular. Now this was cool. This is the Breyer Thoroughbred mare. She comes with a foal. And if you just looked at her, you'd go, well, that's not very exciting. But I looked at her and I saw this little rub on her nose, and she was in the bottom shelf of a showcase locked in the back. I had the dealer come and get her for me because I knew she was a chalky. You can see from that bright white on the rub on her nose. And once you turn her over, you can definitely see on her hooves. She is a chalky. She is solid bay, so there's no other way to tell she's a chalky other than if they get a rub. They're fairly uncommon to find in chalky, so this was a pretty good find. So all of this stuff is from thrift stores and antique stores and flea markets. All of it was very inexpensive. There is still good stuff out there if you look for it. You just got to get out there. So go out and find yourself some fun stuff, and I'll keep doing these videos and showing you what I find. Thank you.